Listen, if you ain't no prom, if you with your family, if you in the backyard having a cookout, I need you to turn this all the way up, cause it's about to go live. The world didn't get it to me, and the show can't take it away. This joy that I have, the world didn't get it to me, and the show can't take it away. I know you see the
Oh, they got a little bit of what the radio audience get and how they be jamming.
Yeah. That's right.
Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Kiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project at the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See That.
Thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know. Y'all know. Y'all know.
I hope that while that music was playing, they didn't shut us down.
It's all good.
No.
They didn't shut us down.
No,
and the best thing about it is we are the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. This is community-led radio. Big shouts out to 99 Jams, Care Festa Radio. We have to give a big shout out because without this community radio station, you would not be hearing our lovely voices.
That's true.
You probably still would. I was gonna take it back,
but I know what you mean.
But because in this platform,
some people who probably wouldn't be hearing our voice.
Exactly, and with this platform, right? And so I want y'all to respect the platform, and I want y'all to support the platform. 99 Jams is a community radio station that needs your support.
It does, always. Cara Festa Radio, you can go to 99jamsthebird.com. There's a donate button. Hit that donate
Hit the button.
Let you do that.
Hit the button, Cletus.
Push the button. It's time Friday, y'all, and it's a lot going on in the world, in the city,
What?
in our lives. So
don't even know where to start. Where to start?
Let's start with you, man. You was at you was somewhat.
Yes. I went to the Supreme Court to hear the arguments around the voting rights bill that's being gutted.
Okay.
Right currently, the New Orleans and a case has made it to the Supreme Court. The NAACP Legal Defense Fund is defending this, and I rolled up there with Black Voters Matter. Big shots out to Gabby and the whole team. Nathan, it was a real powerful experience for me. So I definitely made it back.
You done did a few things. I mean, I know Tallahassee, no stranger to Tallahassee, the capital, and Washington D.C. was there for the anniversary of the
Million Man
March
but the Million Man March anniversary was yesterday.
As well, and so Supreme Court, man, tell me about it. You actually was in the Supreme Court.
So I didn't make it in because I was at the line, but I didn't.
I seen the sign.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't do my usual because I usually. I ain't do my usual. But
it was a little bit harder for you.
I was right there. And they was smiling. They was finna let me do it. But I said, no, I ain't gonna do them people like that. They've been out here all morning. But it was a great experience, being out there with the people, hearing the energy, hearing people charged up. And when you're in DC, it's a lot of different things going on. It's not just one thing. It's many things. We met a lot of good people. I came back. I'm charged up, ready to work.
When I see that kind of stuff, and I see your post, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's exactly what he needs.
Oh yeah, I'm sticking to the script.
Consistent. Consistent. And then yesterday was also the day 30.
Day 30.
Day of the
Yes, the protest. The protest is over, but the boycott is still on.
Say that again.
Yes, the protest is over, but the boycott is still on. See, and a lot of people wonder, okay, why y'all did this? What this is all about? Well, the owner chose to make some statements and to act a certain way towards the community, and we chose to stand up, right? And this is nothing new. It happens in our community so often. People all know and experience what we were talking about, and I think it was great for us to stand on principles and purpose. And I want to say big shots out to the young ladies that inspired this whole movement, the Black Money movement. They did that. We following their leadership, honestly, and the community. Because never at no one time did we have more than 20 people on that corner, but hundreds, if not thousands of people did not walk in that store.
Oh yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And we couldn't have had a successful protest, non-violent, right? It's about our money, our economics, and our unity. And big shots out to St. Pete. Y'all stay tuned because we got more coming.
Yeah, no, I love that, and I'm just grateful that they saw it through. You know what I mean? And Lisa was out there. Shout out to Stephanie. I appreciate Reno. King Reno.
The whole team.
Larry Neese.
Man, listen, that's right.
Larry Neese was out there with
Yes, man. The youth, listen, and the energy, right? The energy, the people supporting. Like when we started this, like me and Reno, we ain't consult each other and be like, bro, I'm gonna meet you out there. We met each other on the turf.
Yeah.
Dang, bro, what up, bro?
I saw y'all last night. Y'all you know with me, yeah.
This what we doing? Yeah, this what we doing. Okay, well. And then I went to a meeting. I seen Brother John. I was like, see, we didn't even say, hey, y'all, we're finna do this. We didn't have a group meeting and say, hey, y'all, I'll meet you down there. No, we all showed up where we supposed to be. Yeah. So I think, like I said, I'm thankful, for this whole ride, man. It's good and it's gonna be great.
So as somebody who's done this before, again, 100 days of protest and just all of the work that you've done, what would you have as a message for those who, are maybe new to this protesting and getting engaged? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you say to them to make them want to keep going? Because the stuff will discourage you. You be wanting to quit. You want to, you know what I mean? Like, what would you say to somebody who was like, yeah, we did that, but I don't know.
I say, get involved and be patient. Because I think we want fast results, right? Yeah. But this stuff is more like planting a tree that you may not get to enjoy the shade, right? It may be for another generation, and you have to be all right with that as you standing there holding that sign, as you standing there walking and yelling at the end of your lungs. Yeah. You might not experience the change that you helping change.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like I say, it's like planting. It's more like planting a tree than planting the rose or a vine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because some of that stuff will pop out in the morning, but then some of it, like bamboo. Y'all don't know, bamboo grows for years under, right? And then it pops out, and then before you know it, sprouts so fast. But you got that firm foundation. That time.
What I seen throughout here is from the beginning all the way to the end. The different opinions that we have about what people do in the community. And what I realize is that like there's all different shades of what the community's supposed to look like.
You're right.
Right. We saw every different aspects of the community where like, why are we doing a boycott? You know what I mean? We should be worried about this or we should be worried about that. And the thing is, I would say, everybody's right about that. We should be worried about it all, but we are, as individuals, we can only tackle so much.
Yeah.
And so I would tell, if your passion is this, you go do it. Do yours and then support them over here. You don't have to be the one out there boycotting to support the movement that they're doing. So like you just don't go to that store.
That's right. That was a demonstration of there's many shades of colors of what you can do.
Right.
It was people on the corner, right, yelling and screaming. Some days it was 1-2 people. Yeah. Right. Let's be honest. Right, but it was hundreds of people not going in that store, and that was their form of protesting and boycott.
And I tell you, I never stood out there. Right, I rode by every day, and if I saw somebody, my window was down.
Thank you.
Like everywhere, like nobody else was there. My auntie was. Oh no, we were.
I almost rolled down the but the traffic had like if it would have been a different color, I would. Because I rolled by and I seen a brother pulling them like
man, cut boy.
I had a choice to make. I
don't blow and say no. Like I did,
that was yesterday.
It's the third day. What you doing, dog?
And also what I seen throughout this, and you'll realize that what you think is common sense to some people is not common to everybody else. And like, we really have to learn how to realize that we all have different perspectives
and different parts to play.
Right. And different parts to play. And everything ain't a jab. Some things is, some things ain't. You know what I mean?
A pope.
Right.
Some things is.
But sometimes people are just not knowledgeable because that's not
What
the
it
life
is.
they
Yeah,
live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't
And they're like,
matter.
what's going on?
Yeah.
Right. Like for real. And so like I will say that we all play a part of St. Pete.
Yes.
And I will tell you, most of the posts that I seen, regardless if they support it or not support it, one thing we have in common, everybody wants St. Pete to be great.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
And they just want it to be great. What
Yeah.
that looks like looks different.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Looks
what
different.
different are you moving with? And
Now,
what's
what
the
I will
goals?
tell you, what really disappointed me, I saw on a post where you think people are invested and it's not their right to be invested. I don't care what color.
Talk that talk now.
Say that again.
Hold on. Talk.
Go ahead.
I saw a post and I saw a comment saying like, "Oh, you too invested in," and I know so many more people that should be.
Post.
And I'm finna tell you,
Still confused.
it was a post and it was a comment.
Okay.
And the comment in the post was like, "Why are you invested? Why are you so invested?"
And I know 100 people that should be. And
over you.
I think that post point out the problem.
Right.
Not that why the 100 people ain't invested.
Right.
But questioning the person who is.
And we all pay taxes here. I don't care what color we are, right? I don't care. We all live here, and to think that somebody
You shouldn't be invested, they should.
Right.
Yes.
But if they should be invested, you should have.
Why you care so much when they don't care?
But
You care?
right, but that's kind of what it is. But if you know 100 more people that should be mad, why didn't you call them 100 people and ask them why they wasn't mad? You know, and so when I saw that was when I saw that, I'm like, like we can have like we can agree to disagree. We're not always going to be in line.
Yeah.
You know,
I just thank God I was blessed and had enough sense, not as much as I should have had, to talk to the elders in the Nation of Islam.
Mm-hmm.
Because the benefit of those conversations help you have context for what we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you have ideas that you read about the stuff that was going on back in the days,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the 60s and 70s and all of that stuff, and how they protested, and you know, the civil rights movement and the marches.
Mm-hmm.
But what we're experiencing is no different from what they experienced. I mean, it's nuances and degrees of difference, but fundamentally, like, they had the same challenges. They had the same. You always had somebody who was like 100% gung-ho, they with it, but then you also got the people that's 100% opposed to it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then you got people in the middle on the fence, people who confused, don't know why, and so you always have that human element in all of this stuff, and we haven't had that. We looking for this 100% agreement where we're all moving in the same direction. Like, that's just not how this stuff happens. It's just not how it's going to work. And so to even have that out as an expectation.
Yeah, it's a false expectation.
False expectation.
Yeah.
Will always be disappointing.
Always, and it's intentional. Okay. Because in these, because really, when you was talking, it made me think we're like in the civil rights reloaded, human rights, right? We looking to be treated like humans, right? Treated above my civil rights. I want to be treated like the human. And that's really what, you know, the snacks protest was about. That's really what a lot of just human, just treat me like a man, treat her like a woman, treat that child like a child, and respect it. And for some people, that is too much for us to ask. That is. And then they use their opinion like a blunt force object to whack everybody across the head with, right? But the reality is, even you want to be treated like a human, right? And once you understand that we're just wanting to be treated fairly, and then inside of that, yes, we're gonna make a Black money movement. We're gonna influence our community to spend with each other. We're gonna, even if we gotta pop up shop they butt to death, if we gotta pop the trunk, whatever we gotta do, we gonna support our community and do it. People watching all over the world. I got called from Moscow. I was shocked. What is they doing in Moscow? Watching y'all in St. Pete. They watching the Black money movement.
No, they really did. Like, you watched it. Like, Tampa had got
Yeah,
and then I don't know how long they lasted, you know. And then what you did is it was a sacrifice. But I will tell you what you saw was with this, you saw some black dollars expand too, right?
Yes.
Rhythm.
Yeah, took off.
Everybody now getting him to do content for him, commercials and stuff like that.
Big respect. Yes.
You know, you seen AI come in and do the little protest. Like you really saw where people really kind of like it did. You know, people came in and unified and did it. But I will tell you, we're all in one community.
Yes.
And we'll continue this conversation like 7 minutes after the hour. It's 8 o'clock. So we're going to take a break because we got some bills to pay. We surely do. So tag a friend, tell a friend.
Make sure the microphone's off.
As we cutting off the microphones, not everybody gonna be like, okay, microphones off.
We'll be back.
In New Jersey, protesters led by Jewish Voice for Peace on Thursday occupied the lobby of a Newark high-rise that's home to an office of Democratic Senator Cory Booker. Protesters wore shirts reading "Stop Arming Israel" and carried messages including "Booker, let Gaza live" and "Booker, stop funding genocide." They cited Senator Booker's votes to send $26 billion to support Israel's assault on Gaza last year and to eliminate funding to the UN Relief Agency for Palestinian refugees. Booker
I got love for you, no lie. I give my best, I try. Someday you'll touch the sky. You're an angel, look up, baby. Wipe all your tears away.
hood, chase through the projects, dodging foreign objects. Street knowledge, I should've went to college. Odds stacked against me, surviving off instinct. 3 blocks from the precinct. Lil' homie caught a case, others lost family members. Product of his environment, projects produce violence in the middle of the streets, cause that's how we eat. Just a rap about the trap don't mean I ain't about peace.
We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United we must stand together, under God we are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams.
Peace in the streets, love to my brothers, love to my sisters. We all need each other. Children need their mothers and they need their dads. Taking a life that don't make you bad. The fact that you do that is so sad. Pocket watching, plotting on another man's cash. Pick up a book instead of picking up a gun. Increase your knowledge and that'll increase your funds. If everyone succeeds, then crime would decrease and people would live instead of resting in peace. Unity, that's what we need. Stand up and be a positive force in the community.
We are one, we must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams. We must stand together,
Must stand together.
all together as one.
As one people.
United we must
United,
stand
we shall rise.
fighting for
You fight for me
till our race is
till we
done.
see God.
United we must
United
stand
we will rise.
together.
Clap with me.
Under
Clap.
God we are
Clap.
one.
Warheads and were banned until 2019 when Russia.
Oh, we are back.
Just like that.
We are back.
Just like that.
We are back. We are.
Back.
We're back. We back. We back. We back. Hey.
Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John,
And this is Kiana.
And the one and only Mr. Ed.
and this program is being brought to you as part of the project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See that?
See that? And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
The new.
Gangster.
baby.
And if you don't know,
Now you do.
Sure enough.
We also have a co-host with us this morning, a special guest co-host,
Mhm.
not a guest, but a guest co-host, Miss Erica Zenzele Hardison of the One Community Grocery Co-op. Welcome to the ride. Welcome to the ride. How you feeling this morning? Okay.
You're gonna have to come up closer.
Are you an early bird? Are you an early bird?
I'm an early riser, but I'm not an early outer.
Okay. Get up early, but yeah, take your time. Take your
Take my
time.
time. I like to hear the birds in my garden and
Yeah,
see the butterflies and see my flowers bloom early.
that's a good life.
yeah, that is.
You gotta have that as part of your life, because when you wake up chasing the day, boy, look at that. It seems like you never seem to grab it. So you just always a step away. Yeah, but when you take your time, lay out, set your intentions.
Good morning, Tiffany.
Yeah, then you can make it happen. So yeah, appreciate you. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for being here. And for those who don't know who is Erica Zenzele Hart, y'all know we live and on the air.
I know this is why I'm laughing, and not because of that. Sorry, Erica, but 1 second. We take a 7-minute break, right? And you can do whatever you want in them 7 minutes. Wait till after the 7th minute,
Okay.
it's
I'm sorry.
8:09,
Okay.
and now he's trying to figure out his chest situation. He had 7 minutes to do this.
Y'all see the camera? That's him doing what he's supposed to be doing.
And we told him.
That's why.
Okay, we're not gonna let you miss it today.
And his airtime is valuable.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
He did.
That was the first thing he said.
You understand why I said.
I understand understand. It's all good.
So we were getting an introduction on who is Erica Zinzele Hardison.
Who is Erica Zinzele Hardison? First and foremost,
That mic ain't picking up nothing.
Turn it off.
Right. We didn't drive something else, but we got another mic. So
I can yell into this.
Erica Zinzele Hardison. I'm a community advocate. I'm a kid. First and foremost, I have to say I'm a family woman. I have beautiful kids, a wonderful family who supports me, who enables me to do what I do, right? And so I give thanks to them. And I'm a person who is of the community. I grew up in community, not here in the Berg, although I've called the Berg my home for a very long time. But grew up in community with people helping people looking out for one another, people being involved and active, knowing who the children are, knowing who the elders are, and everything in between. And so for me, I care about people, my family, the environment, and most of all, I love food.
All right. All right.
So if it has to do with food, because I think food is what strengthens us, brings us together, and holds the land for all of us. So that's who I am.
I appreciate you saying that because that's why we brought you in this morning. We want to talk about some of the challenges that our community is having as it relates to food. And, I know, food sovereignty, food insecurity, all of these industry terms and
Don't use the food desert term. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Come on, I'm with you.
I know. All the way.
But what people refer to as food deserts and these things are really real, and the impact of those in our community is something that you have taken on and accepted responsibility to address. So how did you get involved in the food sovereignty movement?
Oh man. I mean, I've always, like I said, food is my thing. I've always loved to cook. First and foremost, I love to eat.
Okay.
And so I've always loved to cook, always been a steward of the land and garden and done things like that. So it was just kind of a natural progression.
Okay.
I found myself as a young person always being involved in anything that had to do with the environment. Quick story is I wanted to be an environmental engineer.
Okay.
But at the time that wasn't a career option. I know, telling my age, right? And so there wasn't, when I was going, like in terms of higher education and when I was looking at colleges and universities, there was not, environmental science was not a degree path.
Okay.
And so I was like, I'll do something else. So I got into math, which is another one of my loves. And then, but I always held tight to that. My family always grew things, grew food. I lived in a household where there were plants and living things all around me. And so I just naturally did that. Anytime I saw something in the community, I'm a big implementer. So I was like, oh, that looks nice. Let me try this.
Yeah.
And so I got into composting and I started teaching composting classes and I was already gardening. So it just all came together and I was already eating the food because I believe in self-determination.
Right.
And so I was growing my own food, making my environment beautiful in terms of my garden and things like that.
Right.
And so that's how it kind of started. And then it springboarded into like when you do this type of work, you're into it and you're deepening your knowledge, then you look and you're like, oh, so that's how recycling comes into this. This is how this comes into this, and just started reading. And then I also grew up in a very pro-Black household.
Okay.
And so I always knew, I tell people, like some people discovered the day when they were Black, but I always knew that I was a Black person, a person from the African diaspora. And so that was always grounded in me from an early age. So always taught that to my kids and just kept going. And as I matured and grew and developed, so did my knowledge and the activism as well.
So I want to fast forward and get through those
Yes,
things
thanks.
to your new deal for St. Pete story.
Oh yes, to my new two. How did I meet Brother John?
Your new deal for St. Pete story. That may not be your Brother John story.
That probably isn't my Brother John's story, but how
the
it
new deal for St. Pete specifically?
So
because we going somewhere.
right. Thank you, keeping it focused.
No,
So I think in 2016, 2017,
Mhm.
everything was popping for the new deal for St. Pete. We really started talking about the lack of food and food security in the area. And then I started attending programs and we started having this conversation. The surveys were done and it came out like we need a food co-op.
Yeah.
And like I said, it just so happened that I had been a member, owner of a food co-op before, and I'd actually done some stuff. So Brother John was like, "Hey, you know about this food co-op thing?" I was like, "Yeah, I know about this food co-op thing. We can make this happen." Like one of my neighbors always said, "You never know what to expect."
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Yeah." And so I was a member of, at the time, New Leaf Market in Tallahassee, Florida, which is now called Community Co-op Market. And so I was like, we can do this here. We are the change that we want, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm down.
And I just want to pause and say thank you, because I've heard that a lot over the years, that I'm down, but they don't stick around.
That's real.
So you coming in the way that you did, it was really, I think it was divine. How we were doing all of this organizing and many points of progress under the New Deal for St. Pete. For those who don't know, it's a community-led agenda highlighting points of progress that we want to see in our community. And one of the points was that we wanted to provide support to cooperatively owned businesses, starting with a grocery store in South St. Pete.
Yeah.
And so we were organizing under that, particular point of progress. We had our committee structure and everything was set up. And so when you jumped in, again, I think it was divine, just how you showed up, the expertise that you have, the background, your passion for it. And then we formed the One Community Grocery Co-op.
Yeah. We were forming, and it happened.
And it happened, yeah. And it's been happening. I mean, with anything, you go through your forming, then you're storming, you're norming, and now we in that performing stage. So it's like it's just things are happening.
We rolling. Okay.
I start off.
Yeah. We gotta start off slow and easy. Yeah.
And so just like, again, the work that we've done, invited you to come in today because we talk about it every show that we hear. We talk about One Community Grocery Co-op. Thank you again for your underwriting of the segment of the Ask Kiana. We appreciate that support as well. And really just wanted to highlight, some of the great work that's happening. And so membership, let's talk about membership and just what's been happening with members and how can people.
Oh my goodness. So membership is actually going really great. We are now at over 150 members. We're almost to 160. So anybody who wants to join, I think we're at 157. So if you're listening now and you want to join, please go to our Facebook page or go to www.ocgc.coop, and that's COOP. And we are we're just doing wonderfully. And it just so happens that it is National Co-op Month. The month of October. So we have, in the last few months, this quarter, I would say, the last quarter, the summer quarter of the year, we had like 6 news stories or media stories done on One Community Grocery Co-op. People have been joining, our committees are popping, and people are really engaged. And that's the important part, because we just don't want to put a grocery store in the community. We want to be the grocery store in the community, right? So we want to build it and have people's input. And so it's not one of these things where we just, people can join and
Yeah.
decide they're going to sit back. But if you want to get involved in something, you want to see your imprint on something,
yeah.
you want to create a legacy and some sustainability in an institution in the community, please join One Community Grocery
That's why
Co-op.
I joined.
Yeah. Why did you join, Mr. Ed?
I joined because what Erica's leadership is amazing. But really because in the community, I remember first talking about this. We've never had a co-op in St. Pete,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And the need for a grocery store. If y'all remember when the Walmart had first closed, me and Carla Bristol, the one who organized the community meetings around that.
I remember. Yeah.
And so I felt I had to be a part of the co-op. I felt I had no choice. Even though I was like at Bay and way back at the minute, and now I'm getting more involved, going to the conferences, learning the principles of co-op. And that's something that we got to learn, the cooperative principle, like in this community. Because I think people are they get caught up in so many different areas and they don't understand the cooperative principles. And I thank Erica Zenzele for really, really standing on those cooperative principles and helping me learn and helping the whole grocery co-op. Y'all gonna learn.
Yeah.
Because we moving like that. That's how we move it. And that's it. The cooperative principles.
No,
one band, one sound.
One band, one sound. Exactly. But those are the things that ground us and keep us and guide us and make sure that we are focused in the community, that our focus doesn't go anywhere else, are those 7 cooperative principles and our values, right? When we look at partnering with people, when we look at making decisions, how do they come back to those principles? Because if you stand on principles, there's not too much that can knock you down, right? And when we have a group of us standing on principle, there's nothing that can stop us.
I feel like a movement.
And so exactly. So while One Community Grocery Co-op's goal and vision is to create a cooperatively owned, self-determined grocery store in South St. Pete, the vision is really bigger than that. We want people to be physically healthy, mentally healthy, economically healthy. When we look at our community and how much is being and how many dollars are said to be invested in our community, right?
Yeah.
But what do those look like for the people who are living there now?
Yes.
Right? So we look at those things. How are we investing? What are our partners doing? Are they divesting? Are we taking our money outside of our community? Are we supporting local artists, local people who are here and now? Because we can't build a future if we're not taking care of our present, right? The present is a gift.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
We got to treat it right.
That's right.
So for us, that's what we really are looking at. And so like our membership is growing. We have events. We at least have 4 events a month. So
we got one coming up, but I wanted to take this question from the chat.
Oh,
This
okay.
question that a lot of people have. And that's okay. You're doing good. So when I do that, don't worry. Like it's not anything that you're doing. No, you're good. This is how it works. And so we had a question from Miss Teresa Jones, longtime supporter of like everything that we've been doing. And her question is, she is a member owner.
Member owner, yep.
And she says, what's the tipping point goal for membership numbers to get to in order to get the grocery store up and open for the people?
So right now, this is not, and let me preface this is not an idea on the back of a napkin. We have a framework that we're looking for. We have a plan. We work with Food Co-op Initiative, a national organization that helps start up co-ops and has opened over 100 co-ops in the last 10 years in the nation. And so our tipping point depends on kind of what stage we're at. And right now we're still in the organizing stage. And so in the organizing stage, in order for us to get to what we call feasibility, where we start doing performers and actually looking for a site, we need 300 members.
Yeah.
So the tipping point for this stage is 300 members. But the goal is to have more than 300 members.
Right.
The goal is to have, like some co-ops have 10,000 members.
Okay.
Then could you imagine if 10,000 people invested $225 in something that they believed in and could bring it to fruition? So
Right.
That's where right now we are trying by the end of this year,
That's
not
right.
on January 1st,
Yeah.
December
By the end of the year.
31st.
Yeah.
Just like when you had those kids and you want that tax break, make them born on
Right.
December 31st. We are trying to.
Walk down. You know that.
Anyway, it's been so long.
No, but
It's been so long.
we're claiming to get to 300 members by
Mhm.
the end of this year, by
Yes.
December 31st. Because that way we can start the new year off fresh.
Yeah.
We can start looking for our site, and we can really performers
Yeah.
and really
You-
start building.
What I'm listening, like my mind, just kind of go bing, 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 bing. But when I'm thinking about it, cause you had the Walmart and what was Sweet Bay there, and the narrative was like, oh, if there was no profit, or there was so much stuff,
Oh, yeah.
and so you look at that, and when you look at the number, there was a lot of profit
Yeah. Oh,
over there. They
They said, yeah, they said that the city made money. Right?
everybody made money. It's still, but so when I'm looking at this, because the miseducation
Yeah.
and the misleading
Information.
and right of our community, and so not kind of when we're looking at where we boycotted the one store, and they say the corner stores in the neighborhoods makes about like $4 million a year.
Yeah, I don't know where that number came from,
But wherever I heard it, it might be true. Right? Okay, but and I can see where it could.
Yeah.
If you charging $11 for a loaf of bread, no, like
But
so-
I want to repeat it and it don't.
no, but I'm just saying too. But I'm gonna say this. I'm just saying, but it's making money.
so let me
Go ahead.
and I don't mean to interrupt, but the thing is you're on the right track. Where is all this money going, right? And people say that we're not making, there's no money in the community, but there is money. It's just being invested outside of the community.
Yeah.
So when we look at, and that's one of the things that we look at for one community grocery co-op, like you said, people say Walmart and Sweet Bay closed because of theft, because they weren't making any money. Well, sometimes it's not necessarily because it's not necessarily about making profit in dollar terms, because when you have resources in the community, when I don't have to drive
Right.
and spend gas and time going to the grocery store, because I can go to the grocery store in my community, I'm saving money, right?
That's right.
When my child or my semi-retired parent can work at the grocery store and build an income and continue to keep that money flowing in the community, then is that success? Is that profitable to us?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
But what we have to look at things a little bit differently. And when we say there's no money, there's money.
Yeah.
And that's where I was going with it. Like,
the resources.
yeah.
And one of the things that we're doing to really to help with that is this YAMS app.
Exactly. Yams. Get them yams.
Yeah, just text me.
Get them yams.
Paul, where's your receipt?
Where's your receipt?
Receipt.
Tell us about yams.
Okay, so the Yams app is an app that we're using to help us not only gather data, but data that we can own and that we can use for our benefit, right? And so with the Yams app, basically you sign up for the Yams app at yamsapp.org, or you can look in the Apple or Google Play Store.
Okay.
And you sign up, you put one community grocery co-op as your co-op, or you can put OCGC as your co-op, and then you just scan your receipts. Because you're buying stuff every day. You're buying food. You're going to the grocery store. Even when you go to the corner store, if you go to a market, there's a way that you can scan that receipt, and then you can itemize what you buy. And that way, what we can do is show these people who say there's no money in the community. Like when we go to a bank and we say we need a loan, now guess what? We got the data to say, look, we got all these people signed up for the app, and this is what they're buying.
Mhm.
This is how much they're spending, and this is where they're spending it, right? So we can track the dollars, say, look, this amount of money is going to Walmart. This amount of money is going to Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
This amount of money is spent at Miss Daisy's Lakewood Market,
Come on now.
right?
Come on.
And I encourage people, like when you find those stores in the community and you find people in the community, spend your economic dollars, your hard-earned economic dollars there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and we have it. I'll put the link in the chat for those who want it. The Yams app is powered by the National Black Food and Justice Alliance. And it says changing the food access narrative. The Yam app turns everyday grocery receipts into community data that drives food justice. So if you're really about that, go ahead and download the app. We put the link in here for you. You can also, again, go to the Google Play Store and then find us. Find the One Community Grocery Co-op, OCGC Co-op, so that we can get this data. Y'all know we're in the information age right now, and data is valuable. And so if there's that's another way that you can support, because if you've already become a member owner, that's a step that you can take. Now you can join the committee, get engaged, and participate that way. You can also download this app and then just scan your receipts. And so even if you're not an active member, if you're still shopping, you can be an active member.
Right. Yeah. But the truth is, you don't have to be a member to do the Yams app. Okay. And I'm that's just like the first level of support. Like if people say, how can you help? Like I don't have it costs to join the co-op because principle number 2 is economic participation, right? So you become, and that's why you become.
You gotta be careful how we use that term.
You become a member owner, and we do have to be careful how we use that term. But the goal is that you become involved in some way. So if you don't have the $25 to pay towards your $225 lifetime membership, and I'm gonna say that again. It's $25. Well, it's $225, and you can pay it in increments of $25. And that's one of our principles, economic participation. So that's why we had that, because if you put your money where your mouth is, right? And we're literally about feeding. I was gonna say we're talking about feeding people. But if you say like right now, like we are not debt collectors, we are community people trying to support one another. So if you say like, dang, I ain't got $25 right now, what you can do is you can come to an event. What you can do is you can like our Facebook page. What you can do, you can share the page, you can share our posts, you can come to an event, you can sign up for the Yams app. All these are things that don't cost, but they're resources that build a serious social capital as well. So we have to start thinking, like you were talking about profit, like what is it? Are we just trying to make money for someone else or make money to spend with somebody else, or are we trying to take care of ourselves?
Right. And I like the latter.
Yes, we are trying to take care of ourselves for sure.
Absolutely, and we're doing that. And so again, for those who are just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. You listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99 Jams. We have Erica Zenzele Hardison. She's president of the One Community Grocery Co-op, talking about why we need to be doing this and what you can do to support it, ways you can get involved in that. I see you, Marcina. Thank you for being here, Mama Blue. Good to see you as well. Share. Thank you for the stars, Mr. Teresa. We appreciate that and that consistent support. And so Sunday, yes, we got an event. Jazz in the park. So again, I mentioned that it's National Cooperative Month, Co-op Month. I mentioned we are over 150 members, so we're halfway there. Hopefully, by the time this show is over, we'll be over 160, right? And so we have a lot to celebrate. We won a national award for education, information, and training. So the award was great. It's the WEB Du Bois Award for Cooperative Education. And that's national. It's a national recognition for the work that we've been doing, because we want to educate people. While we want people to join the co-op and pay their financial membership, we want people to be educated and educating each other so that we can build an institution that's sustainable and that we can move into action, right? Because if we're just doing stuff because this happened or that happened and we don't really know why, it's not going to last. Because once the good feelings are gone, or once a bad feeling comes,
we like, I'm out. I'm not doing this.
That's why I thank you all
But-
the time.
But when we are educated and we are standing on principles and standing on our, as a member owner's shirt says, cooperative business,
Yes.
we are able to really move this thing forward, not just here, but in other places too. Because when we talk about food insecurity, when we talk about food sovereignty, when we talk about people not being able to find food in their communities, guess what? It's not only in South St. Pete.
Right.
It's everywhere. So this award kind of culminated in that, and it's crazy because we got nominated for 2 awards last year.
Okay.
We didn't get them, but the nomination was good. The nomination was good. Yeah. Yeah.
It don't take nothing from you. June's Diary was nominated. And we was like, hey.
Grammy nominated artist.
Yes.
So now we have the award, and we're truly winning. So in National Co-op Month, we thought, what better to do than to have a party, right? Let's go. Let's make this thing happen.
Yes.
So on Sunday, October 19th, this Sunday,
Day
after
after
tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, we are doing
We so black.
Day after tomorrow.
the day after tomorrow. Exactly.
I'm so proud of you.
Me too. Day after tomorrow.
And then that's being polite.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
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 Yeah.
That's what we gonna be.
Yeah, so that we will be in Childs Park, in the community at Childs Park, Lake Park, from 2 to 5. It's a free event. We'll have music, we'll have games, we'll have food, we'll have prizes. If you're a member owner, we're encouraging you to come out.
Yes.
We are also launching, this is our kickoff to our fall member owner campaign.
Mhm.
And if we had each, like I said, remember, we're over 150. So if each one of our member owners brought just one member,
We'll hit.
we hit it in no time. So that's our right. That's our campaign. Each each one bring one or bring 2.
Yes.
And so the same thing applies for this event on Sunday, the Jazz in the Park. You can bring a cooler, bring a lawn chair so you can hang out. There'll be yard games, there'll be card games. It is going to be big. We are celebrating not only the thing is that we're celebrating ourselves, but we couldn't have got here without the community, right?
Mhm.
And we have a special presentation about the park. I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's history that's being made in the park, right?
When you say it like that,
It's history.
That's being made.
Wow. It's history, and we
That's
want everybody to share in this.
Yeah.
So please come out from 2 to 5. It's on 43rd Street
Mhm.
and 10th Avenue. The
Park
park,
at Child's Park and walk over.
yes, park.
Mhm.
Let's get our walk on as well.
Get you some
Yeah,
stuff.
and-
We said we was about healthy. We said we gonna make you healthy.
Yeah, but yeah, we and it's not. And while and I'm glad we talking about health, right?
Yeah.
And Jabbar brought that up because we want to make it healthy, but we know that health is a continuum.
Yeah.
Like you just don't. You're just not healthy, and people
you just
find
wake up one morning and
and
say, you know what? I'm healthy.
I'm healthy. Unhealthy. Yeah. It's a continuum. So, and we know, yeah. Fairy godmother, thank you for my health, right? No, it doesn't work that way.
Not exactly.
So, wherever you are in your health journey, we invite you to come and join us, find out information. We have some wonderful sponsors. This thing has been P6 to the hilt. I saw we have LMCU, which is a financial institution, a credit union that's a co-op.
Yeah.
And so when you look at places to store and keep your money, co-ops, we got you.
Yeah.
There's a co-op for that, right? And so we want people to come. Code Wiz, on the technical side, is sponsoring as well. And we also have other people who are involved and who are making this thing happen. So we really, really want the community to come out. And if for nothing, just come out and see. You know, come out. We got live musicians. Come out and just see them.
It's a free event.
Yeah.
It's
Free.
It's jazz in the park
Yep.
at the lake. You've never seen nothing like this in our community.
Yeah.
Right. So I thank One Community Grocery Co-op for bringing. I thank Child's Park for
Yeah.
being a
Exactly.
resource. I
Child's
thank
Park
Community
Neighborhood
Development
Association.
Training Center. I thank these people because like this lake has been here.
Yeah.
Right, and we just ride past it. Some people walk, some people enjoy it, but we finna turn it up.
Yeah.
We're finna turn it up, and it's crazy. And again, when we talk about resources and we talk about the way we frame our community, like when people are selling houses or investing, they say lakefront property,
Yeah.
and then people be like, in Charles Park,
Right. That's exactly right. That's exactly
and it's
right.
like, yeah. But again,
We talk about it like
It's like,
I got a bridge in Brooklyn.
yeah,
I got a house in Charles Park that has a lakefront view.
a lakefront view.
And
But
you look at it like, oh, that's okay.
But just like I'm a water person,
Yeah.
and just like I started, it's
Yeah.
like that's one of the reasons I'm in St. Petersburg is because I like to start the day and hear the birds sing, smell and see my flowers bloom.
Yeah.
I love to see the activity on a lake.
Yeah.
And so when we talk about this, we need to enjoy these resources that are in our community.
That's right.
And a lot of times, people say Child's Park and they're like, but if you've ever been to Child's Park, any day, like I'm telling you, sometimes I go down there and welcome to the hood. Yeah. And so the thing is, you see people playing baseball, people out there on the tennis courts, people inside the rec center, people
riding
walking around,
bicycles.
riding bicycles, kids,
community.
Yeah.
vibrant.
That's what
And-
they call it. A vibrant community.
And they don't use that when they talk about Child's Park.
Yeah. That's all right.
That's okay.
That's all right.
Well,
because the people who there, they know.
vibrant.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
vibrant.
So y'all come on over because I've been looking at these numbers and I see the shift in demographics and so for those who are there, yeah, we appreciate y'all being there. Those who don't know, it's all right if you don't know. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
You
Don't
gonna
worry
miss
about it.
Just keep on riding through, waving. We wave at you when you come through. Don't worry about nothing, sweetheart, because we got plans to move. So that's my I'll stop there. So the event is Sunday, day after tomorrow, 2 o'clock, 2 to 5 at Child's Park Lake. That's 43rd Street, 10th Avenue South. You can get more information by going to www.ocgc.coop. That's www.ocgc.coop. Get more information. You can also RSVP.
Click on events.
Yeah, click on the events. Thank you. There's a step. Click on events, and then you'll be able to RSVP. If there was a final message that you had for people that's like, okay, I meant to say this. There's one thing that I wanted to get out while I'm here about that, and then we're going to get you in your co-hosting role.
Okay. In terms of Sunday, just come out and explore. There'll be a lot to do. Don't come out by yourselves, because when we are co-ops, we say we're stronger together, right? And so bring your family, bring your friends, and come celebrate with us in our community. And we want to turn up, so let's make it happen.
I love that. And we need a celebration, y'all. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on that's, like we need a moment to be able to just pause and be happy. And
it's a free event. Free event
in more ways than one.
And if you feel compelled to join or donate or whatever, it's free. This is a free event. Community for community by community.
Right on. All right. Well, thank you again. Again, you listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99 Jams the Berg. You can support us multiple ways. One of those ways is by going to 99jamstheberg.com. Hit the donate button, and you'll be in there like swimwear in July. Go get the Yams app. Make sure you download the app. Like all the things, y'all. So I got a couple headlines that I wanted to talk about. And I think it's appropriate for what we're dealing with right now. I saw a headline that says a mother in prison for selling baked goods with SNAP benefits. So a Michigan mother is facing serious legal trouble after allegedly using her SNAP benefits to buy ingredients, flour, sugar, etc., to baked goods, which she then sold. Authorities say she misused about $1,800 in benefits. She could face up to 10 years in prison and fines as high as $250,000. The case is drawing attention not only to the harsh penalties, but also to the broader question of why did she feel the need to monetize? This is what they said. Why did she feel the need to monetize her SNAP benefits in the first place?
Why is there a necessity for her to do it?
Why did she
Why
feel
did
the
she need to do it?
Why did she
Because she's not
monetize her SNAP benefits in the first place? It also raises an issue about economic necessity, food insecurity, and how the system penalizes survival efforts.
That's what you said it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, honestly, this just really did.
Hey,
Go.
You're hearing the guy. Go.
So listen, I'm gonna say it right. The survival tactics that have been used in our community have always been criminalized, right?
Mhm.
And this is nothing new. This is a continuation of a generations old tactic, right? People using their food stamps, selling plates, selling food, selling candy, or whatever they're doing, right? I think that the target is on the back of our whole community.
Yeah.
Like these are warning shots, right? They're firing because they are attacking our economic growth, our economic development. This is I can't go into this so quick, but I learned there is 4 steps to destabilizing the community.
Okay.
Right. And without taking y'all through this rabbit hole I was in, I'm gonna let you know disturbing our economic development is the number one thing they do. Well, it's number 2. The first thing is make us bad guys.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yes. But the second thing is attacking our economic growth and our economic viability.
Wow.
Right. To make us slaves to their economy, slaves to their money, that we need them. Because God forbid that lady made a business out of that,
Yeah.
right? God forbid she got off of food stamps using food stamps.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But
that whole pull yourself up by your own bootstrap.
And the objective is not to be on food stamps for your whole life, right? It's supposed to be a stepping stone. And then if she has food stamps, then typically you're not making enough money somewhere else to pay for something else, right?
Yeah.
And so they subsidize you, right, to be in this situation. And so, like, you looking at it, if I have food in my house and then my light bill need to be paid, I'm gonna get creative, and I'm a good baker.
Yeah.
I bake for my family. Why won't I bake to pay for my light bill?
Yeah.
You know, and so
I want to use the resources that I'm getting to buy the
and then on top of that, ma'am, like, how can you tell me which one of those supplies went to it?
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell me what came to my house and what I actually used. You didn't know my mama could have bought me that. You know, my mama or my cousin could have went to the store and bought me that. And the baking supplies that I bought with my food stamps went to bake for my household. And somebody else said, "Oh, you a good baker," and so they bought it and gifted it to me. Now, can I be mad? Can you be mad at that? Prove that this one on the 19th that I bought this to sell, because I can tell you my neighbor gave it to me on the 17th. So come on, like, yeah, this is
Miss your mother, if you need an attorney. Kiana is not an attorney, but I can tell you what to tell your attorney so that they can get you off. Because I mean, it just makes so much sense the way you laid it out. Yeah. And so
this is crazy.
I mean, this is the state of play right now. What we're seeing, because also in SNAP benefit news, SNAP benefits cuts are coming in November. They said due to the shutdown. So because of the ongoing federal government shutdown, the U.S. Department of Agriculture has warned that SNAP benefits for November may not be funded if the shutdown continues. The program is secure through October, meaning that current benefits will be delivered, but the November payments are at risk. SNAP is entirely federally funded. It's being reported that states have been instructed to pause loading benefits for November until further notice. And if the November payments are cut, around 42 million people who rely on SNAP benefits would lose this critical support.
So they're using this government shutdown. They're using it like as a tool to complete things they always wanted to do. Then they're going to blame it on the Democrats. right?
Okay.
But the reality is, like,
That is game.
be hyper intelligent, y'all.
Let me
because-
go ahead.
Be hyper intelligent.
I tell you, they play in our face
Yes.
all the time
Yes.
and make it seem like they ain't doing what they ain't doing.
Blame it on somebody
And
else.
they're blaming on they throw the rock,
Yeah.
hide their head, and look like, oh no, they're not working with us. We want to make sure. But yet, in their whole programming,
Yeah.
they've been saying, we don't want to support y'all.
Nope.
We don't want to help y'all. And now they don't have, they're forced to do what they wanted to do.
Oh yeah.
But yet, we sitting up here talking about, oh, Democrats said,
Yeah. No, that's true. And
pay
I think-
attention.
Again, that's and I think the reason I know the reason I pull those two particular headlines because there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, because I think it all comes back to this conversation around food sovereignty and food security. And you mentioned this earlier about food deserts and why you don't like the term food desert. Would you mind sharing that with the audience? Why we don't use the term food desert?
Well, because it's what we're experiencing and what you all have just been talking about is systematic,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And food deserts happen systematically. They're not things that have happened or occur naturally.
Mm.
And I have some indigenous friends who will fight you if you say a desert is barren, right?
Yeah,
But
that's
because there's so much life teeming that we can't see.
okay.
But the other part of that is that for the lay view, or what most people, when they think of a desert, they think of a barren place where nothing is happening,
right.
where things
Deserted,
can't grow.
yeah.
It's deserted,
Yeah,
desert. It's
yeah,
deserted.
yeah, right.
Vibrant community.
But we just described Child's Park.
Yeah.
Vibrant
Like,
community.
go to Child's Park on a Sunday morning. Go to Child's Park on a Sunday afternoon,
Yeah.
and it's vibrant, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Go to Campbell
speak-
Park.
go to
Yeah,
Campbell Park.
Bartlett
Go to any park.
Watch how all the people out there hanging.
I mean,
Mhm.
But it
biased because we live here, but I mean, but everywhere in the city.
but it's like what Kiana said. People are playing
Yeah.
in your face.
Yeah.
They saying, well, this is the way we're going to describe it. Putting these images,
Yes.
Mhm.
new image project.
That's right.
We have to really put images of what we are, like
Yeah.
what we see in our community,
Mhm.
because that POV.
Yeah.
Yeah, point of view. Everybody got a POV. The point of view is everybody's trying to impose their point of view on you, right?
Mhm.
And so when we talk about food, when we talk about food security and food sovereignty, it is the right to control the food in your community.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's the right to say, like, I just don't want to eat Takis and hot fries
Yeah.
and things that are going to cause me to have diseases that
Yeah.
are preventable.
Mhm.
Because
I don't want food that just grown in the lab. I want something that grew on the vine that I was able to.
exactly, but the other part of that
Hold on,
is
caller.
it's like Kiana said, in terms of the resources and survival. Like Jabbar said, how can we survive? Like, if you gotta walk 2-3 miles to get good food and carry that food
Mhm.
back to where you're going,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be healthy. So you have no choice.
Yeah.
But
Let's take this call.
we'll take the call. Sorry.
Because Freestyle Friday, I've been asking people what's on their mind in the chat and asking them to call. We got a call on the line. Caller, what's your name and what's on your mind?
This is Margaret, aka Miss D.
Hey,
Hey.
how you doing?
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
In the room. There we go. Go ahead, Margaret. We can hear you.
So, what's on my mind today is thinking about ways that we can utilize the resources that we do have. We have food co-ops in St. Pete, and finding ways that we can possibly have like a van or something that collects some of the food and drives around to the neighborhoods that they know that have more challenges getting fresh food. Getting fresh food 1 or 2 days a week can help people be healthy, even when they have all of the barriers that they have. I have a we can attitude. I think you guys know that. I'm an eternal optimist. But we've got to find ways. We've got to find willing parties. The resources are there. We have highly educated and highly employed people in Pinellas County, in St. Petersburg, and Clearwater, all across this county that do have the resources. The problem, in my opinion, is that they're really not interested.
Thank you so much for that, Margaret. I appreciate you
Yeah.
calling in, and thank you for sharing. And also thank you. We've been missing you, so thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. And I think that's a very valid point. And that's a part of the work that we're doing. And we talked about this earlier. We talked about it earlier about the many different avenues and opportunities that are available for us to get engaged in our community. So what we're doing with One Community Grocery Co-op, like that's our contribution. That's the work that we're doing. But what Margaret just highlighted and what Coach D just said was like, there's other ways that you can do this thing that will be interconnected and we can work together. But I think one of the challenges that we face is we sit on the sidelines waiting for somebody else to do it. And so and not saying that this is your case at all, Margaret. I know you bought it and you'll do it. But there are people who would look at One Community Grocery Co-op, watch this whole conversation and say, what y'all need to be doing.
Right.
But they're not a member owner. They're not scanning no receipts. They're not, they're not sharing the page. They're not liking the page. But they sitting watching saying what y'all should be doing.
And they not even doing nothing else in the stuff that they want to do. Like they just sitting there. Like these kids need to go to school. You ain't walking them down there. Right.
People use their opinion like a blunt force object.
Yeah.
And whack across the head. It ain't did nothing for themselves.
Yeah. So we take. I mean, it's definitely. We appreciate that solution and the proposal as a solution. And just know that. And I guess we probably start getting into final thoughts, but if God blesses you with an idea, it's usually a part in it that he wants you to play.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that he would bless you with an idea for you to give somebody else and you just watch them do it. Like he blessed you to see what you saw because apparently you're just like, oh, nobody else saw that. And there's moments where nobody else see it.
Right.
But if God bless you to see it, don't weaponize your sight and your vision by criticizing those who don't see what you see. Get in, jump in. It's like double dutch. We're gonna turn the rope and we creating a space for you to jump in. And if you got a gigolo you want to do, come in and show us how you jiggle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Take it back there.
You gotta, that's a cultural reference.
Yeah. No. I got it.
You got the cultural reference.
I got it. Even though I can't double dutch.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, and that's what I just love about Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, us, see that and just the work that we do. We pride ourselves on creating space for people who want to do something. We'll create a space for you to get involved and do something.
Yeah.
Now, again, you're going to have to accept responsibility for your idea and don't be mad at me if you got this great idea, but I don't have capacity to do it.
Right.
That's what we've been seeing and that's what we've been working through navigating. But again, I appreciate all of y'all, appreciate everything. Oh, and last thing I got to say, my wife was here on Wednesday.
Yes.
And I just want to say thank you to the community for all of the love, the well wishes, and the support. And
Happy
all the
anniversary.
things. I was, and then it happened, but I just was like really overwhelmed with support and just appreciation for everybody just recognizing us. So thank y'all for that. That'll be my final thought, and then I'm kicking it back to you, Q. However you want to take. Where you want to go?
Where you want to go, Jabbar?
Gas it up and go. Come on, let's go. What's the last one?
This is my.
Yeah.
You supposed to tell us what is it? What's your final thoughts, man?
So, my final thoughts. I want to thank One Community Growth Co-op and Zaylee. Thank you for your leadership. We definitely wouldn't be here without you, and we wouldn't go where we're going without the help of the community and the owner members, because this is so important. I want to thank. I talked about Black Voters Matter. Thank y'all for the trip to the Supreme Court. I think that was my first time at the Supreme Court, and it was amazing. And big shouts out to Urban Drinkery.
Yes.
Y'all pull up, Urban Drinkery.
Thank you.
Brew House. Y'all pull up.
Monday through Saturday, 7:30 to 12:30. I want to say it's coffee on that Urban. We got
get it, and they just had an anniversary too. They just had an anniversary. They had the anniversary and their birthdays. Like so, it is. So while we talking about celebration, y'all know we're celebrating my birthday on the 25th.
Yes.
No, I didn't celebrate this. I ain't do nothing. So I know, but this year was a little off. It was a little different. But no,
we're the whole conversation.
I wasn't there.
No, don't worry about it. Nobody was there because I really didn't. But the 25th, and I know that's in Scorpio season. Like I get it, but that's fine. 25th, the V Experience in Tampa. I did post it. Yeah. Get on that. Come on out and support. It should be really nice. Slim from 112 will be there. Cheyenne will be performing. This is a Black-owned company. This woman has she's been doing this for a while, and she's bringing out a new liquor under her brand. Yeah.
He sat up in his chair. Oh,
Yeah, no, but no, the tickets are
laid out.
But no, I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna be a sold out event. Like the sections are
Get your
already.
tickets.
Yeah, get your tickets now.
Yeah.
Come out. There's food, there's drinks, there's the whole 9 yard. Like so, boom. Yeah, be the change you want to be or see. Write down those 5 things. Stay tuned for Sister Hill.
make you lose shoes and shout out around the house. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Kiana.
One and only Mr.
Oh, and I'm Tinsley Erica Hardison, and with One Community Grocery Co-op, and we appreciate the community. Thank you.
Bing, bing.